So, comments that I regularly get asked about meditation are, do I need to have an empty mind? Or will I have an empty mind? Or I can't imagine having an empty mind when I meditate. Or asking me if I have an empty mind. And I think this is one misconception of meditation, that it's about having an empty mind. And so I just wanted to, clear that up really and kind of discuss that meditation isn't about having an empty mind or a clear mind. If I were to sit here and close my eyes and imagine an empty stage, it's not going to happen. The most ridiculous things or person or animal or I don't know what would come and find me on that stage. It's, you just can't imagine by just sitting there and imagining that empty stage that nothing's going to interfere with it. Someone like Mr. Blobby from the 90s might suddenly appear, and then you think, well, what happened to him? So it's about accepting that it's just not possible. The mind won't ever not be thinking. Obviously, the more you practice meditation, the calmer the mind gets and less thoughts do come in. But it's knowing that those thoughts will come in. It's more about noticing the thoughts and just letting them go. So almost kind of accepting that thought has come in and then just letting it go. Otherwise, I know so many people who've perhaps tried meditation or thought of the idea of meditation, and perhaps they've tried it at home and, aren't too sure what it's about and what they should be experiencing, and thinking they do have to have an empty mind, that they get frustrated because obviously these thoughts keep popping in, and it's hard to think, okay, my mind needs to be empty. So you can easily get frustrated and then give up because you'll just think that, well, my mind's too busy, I can't meditate, these thoughts keep popping in. So, and meditation's about having a focus as well. So quite often it might be the breath. So it's bringing your mind back to that focus. So every time your mind starts to wander, it's just bringing it back to your focus. And you might need to, especially to begin with, do it quite often. You might need to constantly think, okay, bring it back. You might find it easier to count with the breath to begin with. That kind of gives another focus on top of the breath that's easier to kind of bring yourself back to, or by doing listening to a guided meditation as well. They're quite easy to follow and keep your focus with. But yeah, so it's about accepting that, as I say, the mind won't be empty. That just won't happen. And just accepting that the most ridiculous thoughts will probably pop into your head, but it's literally just about noticing the thought and then letting it almost just drift through, just thinking, I'll come back to that later. So yeah, just wanted to kind of clarify that and clear that up because, as I say, it's something that I do get asked very often, and I do feel that it's something that may put a lot of people off. Meditation is amazing for everyone and anyone, and it's a shame if that's a thought that you have about it, that it's about having an empty mind and you think that will be impossible, that might put you off. So yeah, give it a go. And let me know if you've got any questions or need any help with it. Hope you have a great evening.